We're at it again. Another Monday. Sorry that this video is a little bit late in the evening for you guys. Nighttime-ish for me. But, yeah, I just came back from work and stuff. So, that's what's holding me back. So, I think this is the first time we actually have a question on this. So, our question's from blank blank asking me about my favorite Zelda like the costume, and I guess my favorite game. I'll explain that in just in a sec. The one thing I did forget to show you last time that came through the mail was I was supposed to put it on last Monday, but I didn't. Was I knew I forgot something, but I got my Sword Art Online figure, which is pretty awesome. That's what I forgot to show. And we're definitely going to show, this time we're going to be showing a sword I own. The first sword I ever bought at an Anime North. Actually, it was like the first Anime North I ever went to. I spent my all my money on it. Because I only brought like $200 with me to Anime North the first year I ever went. And I spent it right on that sword, and it was just, that was it. I had no money for food. I survived on no food for 2 days just so I can have this sword. But we'll show you at the end. So, we'll go back to the question. First, what I like about answering these questions on here is that I could easily give you a response on the thing. Just go, oh, I like this game and I like this look. That's it. When I do it on here, I actually put more thought into it, more work into the questions, because then I can actually kind of search it up kind of thing and look at it and actually think, why is it my favorite? I can explain why. So we're gonna, because it's two questions in one, for my favorite look for Link, I'm gonna presume you're just trying to say Link. So I'm thinking my favorite costume of him so far is him from Hyrule Warriors. The only reason why, though, is actually because my favorite color personally is blue. And because he's got that cool-ass blue scarf, and he's got blue gloves, and a little bit of blue right here, a little bit of blue in the legs. That's why I like that look. I know it isn't part of the main Zelda series, so I just say he's like my favorite Link look. Anyway. But if I can't pick that and I have to go through the main series, the only one I can probably think of was Twilight Princess. The only reason why, because it had so much detail into the armor and the clothes itself. If it wasn't for Twilight Princess, then I said, yeah, it would be Hyrule Warriors. Favorite game is completely different. My favorite game is actually the first game I've ever played on Zelda, which I believe I showed you. It is my Super Nintendo collection, and it's not where I have it. Okay, somewhere. Oh wait, yeah, it is. My bad. And it's the Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past would be my favorite Zelda game I've ever played. Are there other favorite ones? Well, that's my favorite game because it's the first one I've played. I guess I could explain a little bit on the other ones. A Link, the very first one, The Legend of Zelda. I believe it was a little too cryptic when you're young. Number 2, probably a little bit too hard when you're young, because The Legend of Zelda, that was The Legend of Link 2. It's easy at the beginning, but it gets hard super fast, and then when you get the final dungeon, it becomes very easy again. It's easy, overly hard, easy. You just gotta somehow get over that hump of the overly hard, and then it's the game's a breeze. Then there's A Link to the Past, which I'd say is my favorite. I'm not gonna count the handheld games. I always preferred the console games. Yes, I've played a few of the handhelds. Again, not my favorite. I guess I always preferred a bigger TV. The handhelds are more just put games that kind of try to waste my time. If I'm going on a long trip, I'm bringing my things and I'm just gonna play it and hopefully I can beat it by the time I get there and back kind of thing. If I don't, well then I put it away, forget about it, and it's did I beat this game already? I don't know. That's why I don't mind those. The N64's Ocarina of Time, I beat that. I never owned it, but I beat it at my friend's house. I actually borrowed it most of the time. Majora's Mask, I did own it. I got it for a great deal. I actually got the walkthrough with it, like the booklet. That was amazing. But I don't know what happened to it. I used to be on my shelf. It's gone. Either it's lost somewhere in this house or someone took it, which hurts. Then I guess we jump onto the GameCube, which is, was it Twilight Princess? It's behind this, and it was The Legend of Zelda. Okay, that game's missing too. I knew I had it for GameCube, or I think that one broke, but I think that was Twilight Princess or no, yeah, it was Twilight Princess. That one was an amazing game. Skyward Sword is amazing. I've played that. What else is there? Wind Waker is amazing also. The only complaint I have about Wind Waker is, I guess it's like the ocean part, because it is full of ocean. It's just, traveling just takes forever. If the islands were maybe squished a little bit closer together, I probably wouldn't mind it as much. But that's the only little problem I have with that, but that's not much big. Hyrule Warriors, well, Hyrule Warriors, it's not really a Zelda game, it's it's the Warriors / throw it into Zelda cares, so yeah, Dynasty Warriors / Zelda. So that's just like a fun side game. Still waiting for the new one. Apparently it's supposed to come out 2017, I'm not sure. But anyway, I guess that's it for questions. Again, leave a question below. I do read your questions. If you leave a question, like in this video, I will answer it in the next video. If you leave comments in other places, like my video walkthroughs, I'll usually answer it right there, because it's probably got to do with that video. Like someone asked me a long time ago, it was they couldn't figure out how to get something. Then I just, I typed in, do this, you do this, just follow my steps and you'll get it, kind of thing. And they're like, oh, okay. Besides that, I guess I'm trying to change my schedule up a little bit. If you've seen my friend plays Tales of Fantasia on the Super Nintendo, I actually have the cartridge. He's playing it on a real cartridge, not a ROM or anything. Yeah, actually, I believe I showed you through my Super Nintendo was Tales of Fantasia. I think it's what it's called. But anyway, he's done quite some recording, probably a good 8-9 episodes. But I will be putting one of his episodes every, I guess, Saturday, I'd say. Sundays are like my days off, so I probably won't put up any videos. If I do put up a video that day, it's probably just because I have spare videos or something. But Mondays are, like I said, this is Mondays. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays is whatever I'm recording. Most likely Ateliers 3 at the moment. I'm sorry that I still have not beaten that game. Wow. I am way behind. Like, if you remember when I was doing like my Wild Arms series, I'm just like, bam, bam, bam. They're all done kind of thing. Ateliers, the first one, it was bam. Second one was like, bam. And this one, it's just like, we done yet? We done yet? it's not going anywhere. It's so many things are popping up, so it's taking so long. So like I said, leave a comment below. I do read the comments. I actually do enjoy reading your comments. I do enjoy doing this. Actually, I'm thinking about the next game I'm going to do after Ateliers 3. I'm probably going to do like, the video so you can actually see me playing kind of thing. Because I guess some people enjoy that. If you don't want that, like I said, leave a comment below. Maybe I'm trying to ask what you guys want, basically. If you guys see a game you want me to play, I'll play it. Am I going to do a walkthrough on it? That depends. Like I said, most of these games I've beaten. I don't want to play them all over again, but I could do some, videos on them. With that, I guess we'll show you what I had in the back. This is my very first sword I ever bought at Anime North. Is the Squall's Gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII. This is, you could say, my precious. My very first blade. So yeah, this is a neat sword. slash gun. I could fake shoot. So, with that, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I know my channel's not the most hilarious. I know you probably guys want maybe more hilarious stuff in it. Like I said, just recommend some things and I'll see if I can, tweak some things. So, with that, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next Monday. And I guess continue watching my videos. And we'll see you when we get to the next Monday. We'll see what happens. So thank you and goodbye.